Hey everyone, it's Amador, and I'm here with another design team project for ArtAttackSupplies.com, and I'll make sure to leave the link to the store in the description. And that's also where I buy my Tilda papers and all my Tilda Goodyears right now, because I'm loving the Tilda. But anyhow, today I have a continuation to some previous projects you saw in my other design team video, and that's still using the G45 Raining Cats and Dogs, where I made this picture frame, which can also double as a leash holder for your doggy, and the card that went with it. Now, something to go along with that, because it's going to be one big gift set that's going to go out to somebody, is, let me pull this aside, is because what do doggies love? Treats. Okay, well, everybody, people, doggies, whatever. Cats, even though I don't care for cats. So I altered a mason jar with the paper collection. Now, I didn't invent this project, but I altered one too. So I basically made it look like a vintage jar with the labels. I went ahead and took, let me grab the paper so I can show you guys. The background of the paper is this sheet right here. And then I took some of the die cut, some of the cutouts to make the label up front, so it looks like, like the vintage cans and stuff like that. So, and like this would be the nutritional kind of information. And on the back, there's this one that says, "Love is a four-legged word." So it can either be displayed this way or that way. Now, I was gonna put ribbons along this, but I would like it to be functional, so the person that gets it can actually use it for the treats. So all of the decoration, there is quite a bit of decoration, but it can open easily without having to disturb any of that decoration. And part of that is the top. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're actually going to be storing anything in these jars, it is best not to glue the air lid, the airtight lid thing, to the ring, because when you do that and then you close it, you are not getting an actual seal. So it's not, because it's actually sticking to the lid and not to the actual jar, and whatever you put in there will not stay fresh. But when you do leave it separate, do you hear that? You actually still get that seal. So whatever treats or whatever you're putting in there, salads or whatever, all kinds of stuff that you could do nowadays, it's best that you not, unless it's only for decoration, glue the lid to the ring, okay? So anyhow, there's my little bit of information there. Once again, didn't invent that either, but just sharing it with you guys. So, now the tags, this is where I super embellished it, and I love it, because I got to use this Prima wire thread, which Tracy also has in her shop. I got to use that because I used some old ribbon that I just had. I think this is Martha Stewart ribbon that I just had, and it just kind of coordinated with the paper collection. But I got to also use, on top of that, the wire ribbon to make the bows, and then I made these little curly things because I wanted so many things hanging from the lid, like these bone shapes that I also used on the card, but everything just laid flat, and you couldn't see anything. So this way it has a few extra curly cues because the wire ribbon is a double ribbon, and one of them I used to just wire the bone die cuts. And I used the collection for that, and I just strung them through, put a little hole right there, this one right there as well, and then just twisted it to hold it in place, so that way they dangle. And maybe when you're getting your doggy a treat, they'll get used to that sound and they'll come a-running. So yes, because my dog, when I open up the canisters or anything, or the jars, she's a-running. So, okay, I used another one of the cutouts. This is going to have just probably a little message, and then this cute little image right here. And see, it already had so many things hanging, and when I would also add the bones, it just kind of all covered each other. So anyhow, I went ahead and used, this is the, what is the die? It is the, one of my mason jar die cuts, and I went ahead and made a blue mason jar, but I went ahead and took some of the scrap paper from this, made the actual band, basically I made it to resemble the actual jar, and then I just took one of the postage stamps cutouts, and I just cut it and measured it to go there with a little die cut. I really love this die also, which is from, that one's from the Greeting Farm, the one that says Enjoy, and this is MFT's, is it MFT? No, Paper Tray Inks. Matte Stack 4 or something like that. It's two of the matte stacks. I really wish they made it in the huge size. But anyway, I love this shape. And if you guys know of a die that's this shape in a large, like really big size, please let me know. So yeah, but I have those, and it's all held together also with some jute twine. And the cool thing is, if the person wants to display it with this stuff on the front, they can, or this side, or this side. It has many views. Oh, and on the top, I used the paper also, and I just die cut some circles, and then die cut a smaller circle right there, to have like a little label on top. Now, I was going to use the Distress Stain Black Set to go around all the borders. The only thing I didn't do that for is because if the person does use it, and then maybe the oils or the water from your hands or whatever, it gets on it, it'll get on the treats. And that's not healthy for the dogs, because in all actuality, this is ink and dyes and stuff like that. So that's not going to be good for them. So yeah, so that's why I didn't do that. And all the cuts are just fresh cuts. But yes, I totally love it. But I still love it. That's why I like to I shadowed a lot of it in black, so it would still get that same effect. So there it is. Yeah, I totally love it. I'm actually gonna make a big one for my dog. So yes, but that is the thing I made. The jar. There's the paper, and here once again is the frame and the card. So it's all going to coordinate, all goes together. There's still probably one more thing I'm going to make for this, but for now, that is it. And yeah, so check out the store, you guys. That's ArtAttackSupplies.com. And Tracy has so many things, and it's super awesome. So check it out. And I know there was something else I was going to say, but I totally forgot what. I think it's just my old age. But anyway, alright? So let me know what you guys think of my vintage style altered mason jar. It's a very quick project, you guys. Simple project. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. Now, what I use to adhere this, I don't have my sticker maker, which is usually what I use to adhere to glass. But what I did use, I used score tape and red line tape. Because if you use like regular tape runner, or even your ATC or ATG, excuse me, it's not going to stay. So I used score tape and red line tape, and that's what will stick to your jars. So yes, hope that little tip helps. You guys probably already know that, but there it is. Alright, so I will talk to you guys soon. Bye everyone.